Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to read you a CNN article. Biden document revelations are a gift for Trump and deepen Garland's nightmare. Why would Merrick Garland be facing a nightmare? Oh, maybe it's because he began a special counsel, a second special counsel into Trump, partly because of Trump's alleged mishandling of classified data as a former president. The Supreme Court has ruled that a president has the power to classify and declassify anything it will. Politico even talked about a president could declassify documents verbally, okay? And so they didn't indict or charge Trump in a court of law for any felonies pertaining to the mishandling of classified data. Okay, they didn't do that, okay? It's not because they were trying to cover up anything. It's not because they couldn't find a reasonable prosecutor, because D.C. prosecutors, New York prosecutors. Oh, and by the way, the Georgia probe has officially ended, so we'll talk about that also in a couple of minutes. But it's interesting how Democrats level all these investigations at Trump only to be left empty-handed, but the public relations gift, talk about a gift, the public relations monstrosity, amounted to thousands of articles, and that's literally thousands of articles. The Georgia probe, the classified data, Mar-a-Lago, he could have been working with the Kremlin. These investigations into Trump were political and public relations stunts. They didn't indict him. So if you're a morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat, God bless you, have a fantastic year. Like everybody who watches this channel, I want everyone who watches this channel to be blessed and happy and wonderful and have a joyful and prosperous 2023. But if you're a highly educated, morally superior Democrat, you happen to stumble upon this, why didn't Trump get indicted? Is it because when Comey stated no reasonable prosecutor would indict Madam Secretary for siphoning top secret and classified data onto servers outside the U.S. government? So, and watch the short on this channel, 28,000 views. You're not going to get an indictment. Essentially, the special counsel probe has ended. Politically, it's ended. Maybe they might continue investigating Trump for classified data, but what are they going to do? Indict a former president and let Biden go, who was vice president without the ability to declassify anything? So this has all the hallmarks of a wonderful Clintonian type of political turmoil. Okay, who benefits from this? Just ask. You think it's maybe Bill and Hillary? Maybe Hillary 2024? I know people say, can you stop talking about that? But it's who benefits politically? Trump. But Democrats wouldn't want to benefit. Media would never do anything to overtly benefit in a blatant manner Trump. So, the Justice Department was looking into this before midterms. And now we're finding this out. The question is, who informed them before midterms? Okay, that is very interesting. Could it be a political rival within the Democratic Party? Could it be, why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? Anyway, hit subscribe to this channel. This special counsel has essentially been, it has already taken a political and legal defeat of biblical and epic proportions, because you now have a special counsel investigating Trump, a former president, protected by the Supreme Court and precedent from his predecessors, and a current president who mishandled classified documents. Why didn't AG appoint special counsel for Biden when he appointed one for Trump? Merrick Garland kept revelations that classified docs had been found quiet before midterms and afterwards appointed, to go a special counsel to go after Trump. This is the Daily Mail. It's all over now. People are asking the same question. Well, why go after Trump, but you're not going to go after Biden? And we know why they didn't go after Hillary. So you can watch the short on this channel with the Honorable James Comey. Hit subscribe to this channel. right now, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every single day. And something bizarre happened yesterday. I did a whole bunch of segments that nobody was able to see. I think that when the classified data story broke, something happened where all the views were sent towards CNN and MSNBC and Fox News. But check this channel, ladies and gentlemen, at like 3, 4, 5 p.m. Pacific. Because at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., always, I will have segments and videos to start off the day, and I'd be honored to share the mornings with you. So be here at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every single day. But throughout the day also, please check the channel. I should have a live stream tonight, by the way. I think I will have a live stream tonight. So be here for the live stream. The link will eventually be below. Check the community tab as well on this channel. But I will have a live stream tonight. I'm almost certain. Ladies and gentlemen, very interesting. Well, we'll get to that in a second. The Georgia probe has ended. No indictment there. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel as well. Become a member of this channel. If you want to support my work long-term, my Patreon is below. To my new Patreons every single day, people are supporting my work and this, this channel, this YouTube channel, and I just thank you so very, very, very much. If you want to become a member, please do so. The super thanks is below, and go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications. And become part of a newsletter there. Ladies and gentlemen, CNN, the Daily Mail, everyone's to Axios right here, classified docs from Biden's VP days found in private office. Now, here's the issue, okay? You have Hunter, who's obviously selling access to the United States government using Joe's name. You had 150 very suspicious financial transactions investigated by the financial institutions pertaining to Hunter and Joe and everyone around them. You have emails where other people are asking Hunter for his influence on behalf of their company or their interests. It's obvious. See, here's the issue. It's obvious graft, but you can't think that you're going to convince the people who would, lose politically from all of this, because the cognitive dissonance on a number of topics is impenetrable. You could show them this is not, there's obvious felonies and law breaking here. No, Trump is worse. But and I've been saying for a long time, there was no evidence against Trump. Zero evidence. A Steele dossier or a hunch from intelligence officials is not evidence. Sorry. Suspicious financial transactions is a laptop that is lost and then has incriminating emails. That is evidence you could use in a court of law, especially when you have the money flow. That is graft. That is potential bribery. That is a modern-day Tammany Hall, where you're using your post, and to enrich yourself, but also, you have Pelosi and others with perfectly timed stock trades. These people are beating the S&P 500 routinely. In 2008, she had a positive return in 2008. Okay? And so it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Obviously, they're using classified briefings, Republicans as well, the never-Trump Republicans primarily, to enrich themselves. So when they say, nobody's above the law, we know that people are above the law. We know that. Hillary Clinton is. You think you couldn't even go to like Microsoft or work at McDonald's or Walmart or whatever? You think you could work at Apple computers or Apple or anywhere and just have a private server? You think you could go to IBM and then just be like, I don't want to use the IBM email. I'm going to use my private servers. That would never happen. And it certainly wouldn't happen in any government agency anywhere in the world. But Madam Secretary was allowed to do so. Of course laws were broken. Everybody knows this. The knock on me when I was writing in The Hill, the Huffington Post Salon was, you're making a big deal. It's going to help Trump. It's like, well, okay, but if the truth helps Trump, what does that say about you? And if Trump's a better president, and check out the segment at 8 a.m., about the Republicans blocking IRS funding. If Trump is a better president than mashed potato brains Joe, what's the problem? Oh, because you vote blue no matter who? Because you're actually okay with 2 recessions? We're going into a second recession. 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. By the way, they have to change the definitions of so many words on a number of topics. Because if you use basic logic and the way the English language has existed up until 2016, Democrats generally don't win arguments on a number of topics. So there's euphemisms, they change the definition of words, and so now a recession is not just 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. Look at the unemployment. Well, the unemployment, it took 3 years to get to where we were in the beginning of 2020. You want to know why? Because Democrats, media, bureaucrats, not Trump, the fuel to shut down economic activity, the incentive, the motivation, or the people who wanted to shut down, and they're Democrats would love to do it again. Oh, they think it's fantastic. It's really good for you. Even though it was catastrophic on many levels, especially in terms of the economy. The worst thing you could ever do, along with a number of other things they did that were terrible. But we're experiencing the repercussions of all of this, and the cloud of investigation, what they've done is they've leveled investigations, and now Trump Republicans will investigate the investigators. But if you look at the Georgia probe here, Georgia probe ends. Grand jury completes Trump interference investigation. Where's the indictment? Where's the indictment? Now, again, at any point, if it gets really bad, Biden gets impeached because of the classified data or because of Hunter or because of anything else. The FTX funding, and he will get impeached. It's just a matter, you could pick, it's going to be Hunter at first, but he could be impeached twice. And he should be impeached twice. You pick a number of topics in terms of foreign policy, domestic policy, you can impeach. Just what's taking place in the southern geographic region of our country with people losing their lives on a weekly basis almost. It's terrible, and it's a crime. But you don't see AOC outrage, do you? And so you look, Georgia special grand jury finishes Trump. Okay, so that the Georgia probe ended. The special counsel is not going to find anything classified data because then they'll have to go after Biden. They've handcuffed themselves. Okay? And I'm just saying, I think that Hillary will be the 24 nominee. I'm just saying, who do you think, how did this come about? We learned from the Durham probe there's 20 people at arm's length of both Bill and Hillary just happened to be sending government officials information detrimental to Trump. That's not the way they work. Is we hereby, Bill and Hillary, promise to use servers to hide our foundation emails and set up Trump with a dossier based on Bill's life. Signed, the Clintons. They don't do that. And I'm not saying I have no evidence, I have no clue. I could be 100% wrong. But I say, well, okay, media covers up for Biden and Democrats. Hunter lost his laptop, possibly in a drunken stupor, who knows, whatever. And so suddenly you have classified data being found in Biden's think tank, or one of his, whatever they call it, a think tank, in one of the offices. And their only defense is, well, the National Archives were okay with, it wasn't an adversarial relationship. So what? What does that even mean? When was the National Archives ever important in terms of national security or domestic politics or anything? It's important. It's a library, and it should stay that way. Just like the intel agencies should just focus on what they're good at, which, if you look at WMD, Gulf of Tonkin, Bay of Pigs, all these things, what they just focus on whatever they're good at, protecting us. And so these government agencies and officials shouldn't be part of everyday politics. You shouldn't know who the second or third, ranked official within the bureau is. You shouldn't know who is running the National Archives. In American politics, you should focus on policies and national security, real national security, not if somebody in another country wants you to know what's bad for Democrats, to influence you. Because if you know the truth about Democrats, then you'll vote for Trump, thus helping another country. I mean, you have to be an imbecile to believe this nonsense, but people will believe anything as long as it suits their political interests or their biases. Okay. So, data can be manipulated. Stats can be manipulated all the time. You've seen that the past couple of years on a lot of topics, but you see it in baseball also. Like sabermetrics. Wins above replacement has to be the stupidest and useless, the most unimportant statistic of all time. But that's, you can just dive into these meaningless stats. But anyway, the point is, they don't have anything on Trump. They never will. Well, I shouldn't say that. They could possibly indict him and lose in a court of law, but then again, they're about generating thousands and thousands of headlines. Okay, these are the same people who claim Trump is the authoritarian as they silence and suppress and censor people and level intelligence agencies at their political rivals. Things are changing now, big time. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Georgia probe ends here. Grand jury ends probe. So that's done. So tell me, all of these investigations, gee, you couldn't find anything? It's been 2 years. The January probe led to nothing. Maybe Trump is innocent. Maybe the people investigating him, the Republicans, will investigate, but maybe they lied from day one. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be here at 3, 4, 5 p.m. To my viewers, the 17-minute crowd, and I love you. If you've listened to me for 17 minutes, you deserve a medal. But thank you so very much. To my 17-minute crowd, check the channel throughout the day, just so you can see what's going on, or if I upload. I will definitely upload videos. But a lot of times you're not going to get the notification. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you in a couple of hours. Be here for the live stream tonight.